Hello, check. Hello. Hello. Hello, welcome to PM Publishers Private Limited.
Yes.
Hello, check.
हाँ जी, हेलो। यस, ओके, नो, इससे तो हो ही नहीं रहा।
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Check. Hello. Check.
तो इसमें मैम आनी चाहिए ना, पिन करो मैम को। हाँ आ गई।
ठीक है ना,
लेकिन एक और है।
लेकिन ये एक और है, उसको फिर वो करो।
वो देखना होगा, इसमें से आना है, इसका माइक खुला हुआ है, इधर बंद है, इधर बंद है।
टीवी का
माइक से बंद करने से नहीं होता है, वो रहने पे यहाँ पे अगर ओपन रहेगा तो भी
इतने डिवाइस रहेंगे तो
हाँ इतने डिवाइस रहेंगे तो इनको होगा ही होगा। हेलो चेक। हेलो।
हाँ जी,
रुको रुको, अभी जाके मैंने थोड़ा मीटिंग में मीटिंग स्टार्ट हो गया।
अब मुझे क्या करना है जल्दी बताओ, मेरे को पार्टिसिपेंट एंगेज करना है।
मत जाओ ना, टीवी का बंद अब कोई एक नहीं होगा। अरे वो ठीक है।
लेकिन उस पे लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग पे आवाज आ रही है?
लाइव स्ट्रीम पे आवाज आ रही है।
ठीक है,
आप लोग सिर्फ अपने लैपटॉप से करोगे।
ठीक है। और मैं
यस, इतना थोड़ी मैं डेटा रखूंगा। लाइक का बटन दबाने में तो कर ले रहा है। ये अगर हैंडल मत करो यार, ऐसा है तो फिर हाँ शुरू से फिर जाएगा, सेव होगा।
मैं एडमिट कॉल कर लूँ?
हैं?
अब जरा चुप रहेंगे हम फिर।
यस।
मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्योंकि मैंने अब अपना हेडफोन स्टार्ट किया हुआ है। मैं कर रही हूँ फिर एडमिट कॉल। अच्छा, अब जो है तुमने स्पॉट करना है, ठीक है?
स्पॉट तो हमारा जो ये चल रही है ना, वो आ जा रहा है वाले। और वैसे भी अगर करना है मैम को कराना तो मैम को कर दूंगा फिर।
इतनी बात आ गई कि मैंने अब अपना हेडफोन स्टार्ट किया।
एक एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट कर देना।
मैं कर रही हूँ फिर एडमिट कॉल। अच्छा, अब जो है तुमने स्पॉट करना है।
इतनी लेट चले जाएंगे। डन।
1 2 3। हाँ, good afternoon, teachers.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Am I audible to all?
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, teachers. Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Great,
Yes,
Yes,
great,
ma'am.
great, great,
Yes, ma'am.
great.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes, you are audible.
Afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining.
अरे काम कर रहे
Great
हैं।
afternoon, everyone. I would request the teachers to please mute your voices, mute your microphones. Warm welcome to all the teachers joining us today. for a webinar on responsible use of AI in schools, opportunities and guardrails, which is organized by PM Publishers in collaboration with Google. As participants continue to join, I request you all to please keep your microphones muted. You may include your chat box. If you have any question or you have any query. Thank you, Anu Saluja ma'am. Nirmala Sharma ma'am, thank you for writing into the chat box. If you could write your name, your school name and the place you are from, that will be great. Okay, so Jyoti ma'am is from Rishi Public School, Rewari, that's great. Priyash ma'am is also from Right Riders. There are so many teachers coming in and the messages are just floating and going out on and on. I couldn't even read the exact school name. Okay. But that's great. We have a great audience for this webinar. JP Academy School, Surya sir. Nikhil sir from Dayal Singh Public School, Karnal. Great sir. Thank you for joining. Anu Saluja ma'am, thank you for joining. Gitanjali ma'am from Shiva Shakti. Shiksha Sadan, Sonipat. Great. Jain International School. We have teachers joining us from various schools, JPS Academy, from MGD Girls School also. Thank you so much, teachers, for joining us. As participants continues to join, we request you to please keep your microphones muted. Pooja ma'am from Small Wonders Public School, Hisar. Great. MGD Girls School, Jaipur. Again, one more has joined. Nisha ma'am from Madhusudan Public School. Thank you for joining, Nisha ma'am. Ritu ma'am from Silver Oaks, Dapwali. Great. There are few friends also of mine who are joining from the school I have already visited. Great. So we have Yashvi ma'am from Gangotri International School. Renu ma'am from St. Francis Xavier's. Sheetal Bhatt ma'am from Nirmala Convent School, Rajkot. Okay, now I want all of you to just write on the chat whether you are already have some knowledge of AI or totally new to AI. So if you have some knowledge of AI, just write some knowledge. If you are new to AI, just write new to AI. Okay, some knowledge, some knowledge. Nirmala Sharma, some knowledge. Manisha, some knowledge. Counselor MGD, some knowledge. Okay, there are few who are new to AI. Great. So I can see Mehak ma'am, some knowledge. Sheetal ma'am, some knowledge. Okay. Great, Pratima Shah ma'am. A great clapping. Thank you so much for your side. Pooja ma'am, great. Knowledge of AI, Yashvi ma'am. Okay. Some knowledge. Anu ma'am, Suvarna ma'am, Piyush sir, Vipita. Okay, Mary ma'am saying new. Right. So interesting to see there are people who have some knowledge and there are people who are new to AI. But believe me, even who have some knowledge will have great knowledge now. Okay. Barkha ma'am is saying some knowledge. Okay. Okay. Now, again, another question. Are you excited to know about prompting? If yes, just type yes on chat. Are you excited to know something related to prompting? Great. I can see a lot of thumbs up coming up. Great. Okay, there are hearts coming. There are thumbs up coming. There are clapping coming. Great. So I think that we all are excited. It's not only me and my resource person, Nidhi ma'am, but all my teachers who have joined us are excited for this workshop. Great. Thank you so much, teachers. Okay. Now I want you to type, if you are a teacher, just write teacher. If you are a principal, just write principal. If you are a coordinator, just write coordinator into the chat box. Teacher, teacher, teacher. Okay. Mehak ma'am, teacher. Nirmala sir, teacher. Mukta ma'am, teacher. This workshop is for all the educators, be it teachers, be it vice principal, be it principals, coordinators, consultants. This workshop is for everyone. So if you are a teacher, write a teacher. If you are a coordinator, write a coordinator. If you are a, thank you, we have the coordinators also. So Simple ma'am is there. Simple Aluwalia ma'am as coordinator. If you are a principal, please type principal. If you are a vice principal, please type vice principal. So we have HODs also. So you can type HOD. If you are an HOD of any department, you can type HOD over there. Muhammad Azam sir, teacher. Okay. Okay. Okay, just let me know if you want to just tell AI to do something for you, maybe create a lesson plan for any of your chapters. So what do you write into the AI? What do you write into the AI tool when you have to create a lesson plan? Quick. I'm looking forward to the prompt that you write. So, okay, name the chapter and our requirements. Okay, so maybe we'll have to create a chapter lesson plan on transportation of plant and animal for grade 7. So what do you write to ChatGPT? Okay, create a lesson plan using Blooms and give the details. Great. Yashvi ma'am, great. What do you write? Okay, prepare a lesson plan for grade 7 chapter transportation in plant and animal. Create a lesson plan on topic light including Okay, creative ideas relevant to particular chapters. Create a lesson plan for class 7 on the topic transportation. Okay. Any other variation that you write to AI when you have to create a lesson plan? Just want to know from you. Nidhi ma'am, you can stop sharing your screen for a timing, please.
Yeah, I was just testing whether
Yeah.
it's
Okay, ma'am, okay.
yeah.
A lesson plan for transportation. Keep it simple and creative. Great, ma'am. Jyoti, ma'am. Okay. Okay, teachers. Spotlight. Spotlight. Okay, teachers, great afternoon, everyone, for joining us. And I think so there are many participants and it's already 4.4 and we should start our session. So we have a resource person, Nidhi ma'am, also who has joined us. Okay. Now, before we start, we had played a video on all the news that is there on AI on various media platforms that we have just seen. Okay. So what does it mean? It means AI is an important area of ours which we have to develop. Some of us have started building skill on it. Some of them have just starting from today itself. But sooner or later, we have to acquaint ourselves from AI, which is a mandate for all the classrooms, for all the schools, whether you are a teacher, you are a principal or a vice principal, whether it is for lesson creation, whether it is for anything related to strategic decisions, everything has to be there. Okay, so as classroom evolved with AI, NEP 2020 and NCR 2023, educators and education leaders play a vital role in building future-ready learning experiences. So today's session brings together academic expertise and strategic insight to support this journey. And we are with you, PM Publishers and Google, partnered for this webinar. We are with you, standing with you, supporting you for each and every step. It's not only for today's webinar, but time to come for the entire academic year till you are trained for using AI. We are standing with you. We have our representatives into different states. Everybody knows their name. So you can connect with the sales people, the sales team of PM Publishers, and we'll be there to help you out. So without any further delay, I would welcome our resource person, Nidhi Bhagra ma'am. Nidhi Bhagra ma'am, we are delighted to welcome you. She is a CBSE resource person, Google certified trainer, global ambassador for All India Education, and co-leader of Google Educator Group Delhi from West Delhi. Okay, and she has an experience of 21 years for teaching mathematics as an educator and extensive work as a teacher trainer across India. She brings with her deep expertise in AI in education, NEP NCF reforms, innovative pedagogy, and storytelling in classrooms. Okay, so let's have a clap for our resource person, Nidhi ma'am, joining us, and she will guide us for AI and the opportunities and guardrails for using it into our classrooms. Nidhi ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Navinder ma'am, and I welcome all the participants, and I'm super excited for today's session. The topic itself is very interesting, use of AI in the classroom and ethically and responsibly how we can use. So I'm very quickly, thank you so much for a warm welcome. I can see all your reactions, keep them coming. And even in between also, you know, any specific strategy or any specific tool you like, do share your reaction there. So it, you know, at end of the day, what happens sometimes it feels like you're talking to a computer. So I really like that lively, you know, reaction thing. When you keep sharing anything, it clicks you, you feel that, yes, this is something which I can, you know, do it in my classroom. This is something which is of help to me. So I'm going to present my screen. Just give me a second. So is my screen visible?
Not yet, Nidhi ma'am, not
Okay.
yet.
Okay, so I am sharing from my side, but might be a little, so let's see. Okay, some of the participants are saying my screen is visible. Please confirm, is it visible or not? Because my
Nidhi ma'am, we can see you, but we cannot see the presentation if you are sharing.
all right. I'll share again then. Please give me the rights to share. I think I'm not having the rights. I'm not able to. So I think if you have shared the setting, just give me rights to share, because I'm not able to share my presentation. I'll try again. Actually, I'm sharing from my side. I'm not sure what is the glitch. It says I'm sharing my screen. Okay, a quick check in the chat box. Yes or no, you are presenting? Okay.
You are presenting, ma'am. It is just saying, yeah, we can now see. Yes.
All right, great. That's
Right.
great. Now you are able to see? That's great. Okay. Done. So yeah, it happens, technology. Sometimes there are glitches. So let us quickly begin with the session. And the topic, as we have already discussed, it's the responsible use of AI in schools, opportunities and guardrails. First thing I would like to talk about, what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? Very quickly, if I give you a briefing of it, AI is basically a technology with which we are able to simulate human intelligence, right? So when we talk about when artificial intelligence, AI is some technology with which we are able to simulate it, and it has problem solving capabilities. It has logical capabilities also. And for the very first time, you'll agree with me that it looks like that we are talking to a computer, and computer is actually listening to us the way we, So this is how this technology has come. And when we talk about AI, we also talk about machine learning. So if I actually break down machine learning, so it is machine is learning from the data we are providing, right? So here it's just like a student learning from, his or her experience. Same way, machine also learns from its experiences, improves its performance based on the feedback. And that is what, when a machine is able to simulate human intelligence and, it kind of improves its own performance based on the feedback, based on the data we are providing, that's what we call machine learning. So in simple words, machine is learning, right? Now, a quick overview. We'll be talking about generative AI today. So in simple words, what is generative AI? It is a type of, AI model which is able to generate text, images, videos, many things. So when it is able to generate any form of text, media, images, then we call it generative AI, right? So we will be focusing on Gemini also. But before that, AI is a technology, and here we have to interact with AI. So first thing, I would like to ask you, when we write any instruction, whenever you are using any AI technology, any generative AI, some instruction you type, right? You type some instruction. What is that instruction called? Is the chat box open, ma'am? Or it's just the reactions?
Want us to open the chat box? Yes.
No, that's okay then. We can leave it because, with the chat box, it's distracting. I'll let you know when we need to open that. But yes, so very quickly, I'll talk about it, which is when we give any specific instruction to any generative AI, we call it prompt, right? We call it prompt. And we call nowadays a very relevant term is prompt engineering. How to write a prompt. So just give me a quick reaction. How many of you have heard about this term, prompt engineering? Prompt engineering. Give me a thumbs up if you have heard, thumbs down if you haven't heard about it. So quick, I would like to get your reaction here, that how many of you are aware of this term and how many of you are not aware. So if you are aware, give me a thumbs up. If you're not aware, give me a thumbs down. Okay. So I can see some are aware of it through your reaction. I'll be looking on the side because my second screen where I'm presenting, I'm not able to see your reaction. So my alternate screen is here. So I keep looking on the left just to see your reaction. So I can see there is a mixed response. Some of you are aware of, prompt engineering, some of you are not, but I must tell you that this is something relevant nowadays. Why we call it prompt engineering? First thing, we know that prompt is basically the set of instructions we provide to any generative AI, but why we call it engineering? Because writing a prompt is an art as well as science. That is the reason we call it prompt engineering, right? So here, quick, the set of instructions or information which we provide to generative AI, that is a prompt. We discussed that. Now here, my question is, like, if not giving the proper clarity or the context, then your output will also be vague. So you will not get the output what exactly you want. That is why it is very, very important to learn the art of prompt engineering, right? So here, this we already talked about. So excellent ingredients, excellent food, same way, high quality prompts, high quality output, right? So I'm just giving you an analogy also very quickly. Let's say you are planning a trip to Jaipur and you ask one of your friends that, okay, suggest me a good restaurant there, and your friend knows you very well that that you are a vegetarian. Let's say you are a vegetarian, your friend knows you very well. You simply said, you suggest me a good restaurant, and he or she will suggest you some nice vegetarian options, restaurants where food is available. But if you ask the same question to an AI, to a generative AI, it will give you all the option regardless of the menu, whether it's veg or non-veg. That is why it is very, very important to give a proper context, clarity, and understanding to. That is the reason we are talking about prompt engineering today, how to write a prompt. Now, this is something very interesting. I request everybody to just focus on this particular thing. There are 5 prompt writing building blocks. We call it parts. So this parts is like an acronym, right? It's like an acronym where P stands for persona, right? Where P stands for persona, who you are. Very, very important when you're writing a prompt. Always mention who you are. I am a mathematics educator. Now, what is my aim? What is my objective? What I want to do? Let's say, create an assessment. I was reading the chat box also. Some of you were talking about creating a 5E lesson plan or something. So maybe create a 5E lesson plan on the topic. You can choose any topic, fraction. That is my aim. Now, recipient. Who is your target audience? R stands for recipient. Who's my target audience? It could be a class 5 grade student also. If I'm teaching fraction, you know, I could be teaching a grade 5 student a fraction, or maybe a you know, grade 7 student. Depending on that, the lesson plan, the assessments, the things will change. So recipient is specify the audience. So see, now I'm writing a prompt. This is all about writing a prompt. I am a mathematics educator. Create an assessment. The aim generally starts with a verb, you know, create an assessment, draft an outline, write a paragraph, always start with the verb. So create an assessment or create a lesson plan on the topic fractions for grade 7 students. So I mentioned the recipient also. Next is theme. Now this theme is, you know, the style, the tone, what kind of, you know, lesson plan, what kind of output you want. You have to mention whether it has to be professional, it has to be casual, humorous, maybe it should include storytelling, all these things, any parameter, any restriction. You know, if let's say you want to mention that write a paragraph of not more than 50 words. So it will make sure the output will be not more than 50 words. So any specific restriction also, if it is there, then it comes under theme. If you elaborate the theme, the output will be much closer to what you want. Then comes S, stands for structure. So structure is basically what should be the structure of the output. Whether you want your final output in the form of a quiz, multiple choice question, you want form of a paragraph, PPT outline, tabular form, bullet points. How do you want your output? That is also very, very important. So this acronym is PARTS. P stands for persona, A stands for aim, R for recipient, T stands for theme, and S stands for structure, right? One very important thing here, the order does not matter. When you're writing a prompt, does not matter that you have to write in the same order, but make sure all these parts, all these building blocks are there in your prompt. So let's have a quick, you know, check. And please, you know, this point is very important. The order does not matter. So Navinder ma'am, for like 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes, can we open the chat? Because I'm going to ask the question and we'll be looking at the chat box. So if for let's 2-3 minutes, I'll let you know when to, you know, close it as well. So for next 2 minutes, if you please could open the messaging part. Ready? So my first question is.
Yes, we can do that.
All right, ma'am.
So the
So
chat
my-
is open.
Chat is open. So my question to all of you, just type in the chat box. I am going to read this prompt and you have to tell me out of parts, PARTS, what is this? I am a middle school history educator. What is this middle school history educator? I want to know from parts what exactly it is. Yeah, tell me. P stands for what? Persona. Absolutely. No, yeah. Please write the full thing. Persona. P means persona, which is who you are. Absolutely correct. Great, great. Amazing. Okay. So this middle school history educator is persona. Then design an engaging classroom activity for 8th grade students. Now I want to know, what is this 8th grade student? 8th grade student. I've highlighted that. And I told you that order does not matter. Order does not matter. 8th grade student, recipient, absolutely. They are the target audience. Yes. This is recipient, 8th grade student. That's what is my target audience. About creating a collaborative digital timeline. Now, what is this? Creating a collaborative digital timeline. Create this. So when I'm talking about creating a collaborative digital timeline, it is, I'm waiting for your response. When we are giving a verb, you know, create a collaborative digital timeline. So what is this creating a collaborative digital timeline? Whether it's persona, it's aim or recipient, what exactly it is? Yes. Is the chat still open? Because I can't see any responses right now. Yes, now I got the response. It's the aim. Absolutely correct. That's the aim. Wonderful. Okay. The activity should incorporate storytelling and technology. Now, mind it, this is the style and tone. Storytelling and technology. What is this? It should incorporate storytelling and technology. What exactly it is? Storytelling and technology. Out of all the building blocks, prompt writing blocks, what is storytelling and technology? Yes. Let's see. I'm waiting for the responses. Is it aim? Is it recipient? Or is it theme? And we already done that theme, it's a theme because it's telling the style and the tone that I want to incorporate storytelling. So anything which involves style and tone is theme. Absolutely right. And now the time allotment is 3 to 4 class period. So whenever there is any restriction that I want to complete this activity in 3 to 4 periods of 40 minutes each, that also comes under theme. Whenever there is any restriction, that is also theme. And the last line, format this as an outline. So format this as an outline will come under which category? Now here you are giving the that you want in the form of an outline form. So it will come under which category out of parts? Let's see. It's a structure. It's a structure. Format this as an outline means I want my final structure in the form of an outline. Now here, I'm very quickly just going to show you, this prompt template, and then we proceed further. That here, same way, I am a teacher trainer and a mathematics educator with 21 years of experience. So I'm talking about who I am. So what is this? I am a teacher trainer and mathematics educator with 21 years of experience. What is that? Out of parts, it is the persona, right? Absolutely. Design an interactive training session for educators on integrating AI and prompt engineering in classroom teaching. What is this second line? Design an interactive training session for educators. Design an interactive training session. What is the second line? Is it what it is for? Out of all, that's the aim. That's the aim, right? The audience includes tech-curious educator with some prior experience in AI. So here, the audience includes this. So what does this audience includes? Yes, some of you have already written. It's the recipient, right? Use a supportive and engaging tone and incorporate real-world classroom scenarios and example. So when I'm saying style and tone again, supportive tone, engaging tone, so all these things come under theme. And the last point, present the session plan and bullet points. Now this is a structure of the output. So S structure, bullet point with time estimates, and include a short quiz and reflection activity. So right, so give me a quick reaction, thumbs up, or if you have got this parts framework, give me a quick thumbs up in Google Meet, not the message, ma'am. We can stop the messages right now. I need a quick reaction from all of you. If you have, then we proceed further. If everybody has, so quick reaction from everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you have, kind of cracked this parts framework. Okay, great, wonderful. So I can see your reaction that yes, this parts framework is actually very simple, and you will see that when you follow this framework, you will see the difference in the output. So that's great. Thank you for the response. Ma'am, keep the reactions on and we can keep the messages off now. All right. So here, one simple rule in prompt writing, which is oversharing is good. So when I'm saying oversharing is good, I'm not saying, share your personal details or bank details. When I'm talking about as a teacher, when you are writing a prompt, when you spend some time in writing a prompt, spend some, we might say that why to write such a big prompt, but you will, when you get the output, you will share, you will, actually save many days. Let's say if you're writing a script for your annual day, you are making, writing a script for comparing script or something, so that takes sometimes 3 days, 4 days, 5 days time. But when it comes to writing a good prompt, it takes you 2 minutes time, and the output which you receive saves a lot of time. So oversharing is good in prompting skills, right? This one I'll very quickly go with, this popular approach in prompt writing skill, which is we call as shorts. Shorts is when you can give reference also. Like when you are giving references also, sometimes what happens, the output goes out of context, right? The output of the whatever output you are getting, it goes out of context. So here you are sharing some reference just to, give clarity to the generative AI that I want this kind of output. For example, I'll just share an example with you. This one. This is called few shot prompting. Now, what is this few shot prompting? In the prompt itself, I'm sharing 2 examples just to give the context. Let's say I am an environmental science teacher planning tasks for a field trip to a watershed. Now help me plan tasks for the field trip. So I have in my prompt given 2 examples to Gemini or any generative AI you are using. And why I gave these 2 examples, just to set the context. Now this generative AI will give you 10 more such examples, what activities you can conduct in a field trip. So sometimes, some cases where, giving examples are possible, then that prompting is called few shot prompting, where you give some reference, right? Moving on, this is something very, very important, which we call as evaluate the prompt. See, the topic for the day also highlights the responsible use of AI. So whenever you get output, let's say you have, followed the parts framework, but now what next? The output is right there. Always evaluate your output. Assess the output, never ever copy paste the output, because, and we have to train our students also, never ever copy paste. You are the subject expert, right? And AI is the master, but you are a pro. So here, as teachers, we know our students way better than any AI. So that is why this evaluate step is very, very important. And always train your students as well, that assess the output. Now let's say you followed the prompts writing framework, then you evaluated the output also. Now you want some minor changes into that. You want some changes in that. It's not always that first output which you have got is the one which you're ready to take. Sometimes we need to make changes, right? That step is called iteration. Iteration, if you go by the simple dictionary meaning of iteration, it means, improving constantly. So here we have to iterate on my prompt, and evaluate, we already discussed it, critically assess the output, whether it's accurate, unbiased, or relevant or not. And human in the loop is very, very important, because when we are talking about evaluate, human in the loop, responsible use of AI, always check the output before you use, never ever copy paste. But when I talk about iteration, the continuous refinement of the prompts to enhance the quality of AI generated output. So that is what you're continuously refining. And this particular rule is also there, that ABI, always be iterating, means until you get your response, keep on iterating in the same chat. In the same chat where started, keep on iterating until you get that response, ABI. So now here, this one I'll move very quickly. Meta prompting nowadays, even Gemini or any AI model can also write a prompt for you. Means you write to any generative AI that I am so and so subject teacher. Now you follow this parts framework and write a good prompt for me, and you take a prompt from the AI model and you use that prompt again to get your output. So that type of prompting where we ask any generative AI only to write a prompt for us, that prompting is called meta prompting, right? It's where the Gen AI tool is only assisting us to write down a prompt for us. So that is called meta prompting, that we tell the model like that. You act as a prompt engineer. Sometimes prompt, we also say act as a prompt engineer, act as a senior maths educator, act as a senior science educator, and then help me create prompts. I want to teach decimal. So now it will create prompt based on parts framework. So you can also mention create a prompt based on parts framework, a nice prompt for grade 5 decimals topic. This is how we can use meta prompting also. So without delay, let us move to Gemini in action, and we'll be also talking about all these things which we tried, how to give a prompt and how to follow these frameworks. And we'll be again going to some specific features of Gemini, then go to advanced features of Gemini. First thing, in your Google Chrome bar, if you want to go to Gemini, gemini.google.com, right? So you will type this gemini.google.com, and this is how you will, this is the interface, this is the prompt window, and you will see this, right? Or like that. Now here in this prompt window, we type the whatever prompt, whatever instructions we want to give. So to save time, I have one prompt. I'm just going to show you this. Please look here. So we are talking about here. I go to my Gemini. I have a prompt. Please, focus on the screen. If you can read my prompt here. My prompt is create a rubrics form for a solo dance performance. Create a rubrics for a solo dance performance in an inter-school competition provided in a tabular form with an additional column at the end to give total marks. So let's say I'm an organizer, and as teachers, I think we have many activities to be done in the school apart from teaching, and our plates are always full. So here, if you're organizing a competition and you want to create some judgment sheets or a rubrics, so here I've given this form. Can you see I have very clearly mentioned provide it in a tabular form? So let's see if it is able to give me in tabular form. Secondly, you can add more detail. I'm organizing this competition for grade 9 student, grade 10 student, or maybe 9 to 12 student, or maybe if the competition is for primary children, the rubrics might be slightly different. So this is how you can elaborate the prompt based on the part framework. Right now it's a basic prompt. And here I'm just going to, go here and click OK. So here, let's see. Create a rubrics in the tabular form. Do you see I got my output in the tabular form? My output is in the tabular form. So you can see over here the entire output, and there are some criterias also over here, and it is in the output. This is the tabular, because I specifically mentioned that I want my output in tabular form. Now hold on. You followed the parts framework, you got the output, now my job is to evaluate the output. Now as an organizer, I just want criteria and score. Let's say I don't want this description in this middle, exceptional, proficient, all these things. So I'm going to iterate now. Remember iteration, keep refining your prompt, right? Yes or no? So let us refine the prompt. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to say, I want only criteria and marks. So let's see, I'm iterating. Let's see if it removes the entire description. So here it says criteria, description, maximum marks and score. So the in middle, whatever it was there, it was having this thing. Exceptional, proficient, basic, below expectation is gone. And now what I have is criteria, description, and maximum marks. Let's say as a, I feel that I don't want description also. I just want criteria and marks. So I'll write down, again, I'm iterating. Remember, always be iterating. That's what we discussed. So here I'm going to remove, see, please focus on the screen. I'm writing remove description. So here I remove description, and let's see. Yes, I want criteria and maximum marks only, right? So I want it in I got it in a tabular form. I can, even if you want to change the maximum marks, let's say you want to keep maximum marks as 10, or you want to increase some pointers in the criteria. Instead of here they have 5 criteria, let's say you want 7 criteria, so you write down add this criteria also. And if let's say 20 marks are there, so if you want to change the marks, make each criteria of 10 marks. So let's see if it changes. Make each criteria of 10 marks. So here, see, it's changed again. It's out of 50. Criteria is of 10 marks. So final score. I can copy, I can export it directly to Google Sheets from here. I can copy this table. Can you see there is a copy symbol over here? I can copy this from here and use it, paste it in my Google Docs and take a printout. I can use it as my sheets also directly as a, you know, printout I can take and use as a judgment sheet. So this is how, you know, whatever, always be iterating until unless you get your response. That is the rule, is ABI, right? So this is how we, you know, first follow the framework, then evaluate, and then iterate. This is something, you know, very, very important. Now here, I would also like to very quickly just show you, let's say you are, you know, I am a mathematics educator, write a lesson plan based on the CBSE grade 10 mathematics on the chapter probability, use real life examples and make it very interesting. So here I go to Gemini. From here, you can go to new chat. And here I type this, so see, for lesson plan and also, and if you want to make this a 5E lesson plan, so you can always mention, please make this lesson plan a 5E lesson plan. For those viewers who are not aware of what is 5E lesson plan, so basically 5E stands for, you know, we have to engage, explain, explore, elaborate, and evaluate. So first we engage the learners, then we, you know, this is how we have to gauge their information. So all these things, explore, then explain, then we, you know, kind of elaborate the topic, and then we, at the end, we evaluate. So please, if you're not aware of it, please, you know, research more about 5E lesson plan. It's a very great way, you know, to introduce a topic and complete a topic. So yes, so this is a prompt. I am a maths educator, write a lesson plan on the CBSE grade 10 mathematics, chapter probability, use real life example, make it very interesting. So here again, I have given this basic prompt. And you can see over here, you know, you can mention the duration also here. If you want to elaborate the prompt, please elaborate. Totally up to you. So again, the entire lesson plan, real life context, the core concept. Here, if you're a mathematics teacher, you see, you know, you can, any particular subject you can try. It has a few checks for understanding, exit tickets at the end, teachers pro tip. All these things, you know, have been mentioned along with, I said, real life examples. So you will see all real life examples have been taken in this entire, you know, lesson plan. So this is how when we follow the framework, we do that. Now coming to the best part, you know, this is something very, very useful for all educators. We call it multimodality. Now, what is this multimodality? I'll talk about it very quickly. This multimodality is, till now in our prompt, we are writing a text, and the response which we are getting could also be text, you know, it could also be that. But yes, before that, something very, very interesting I would like to show you, which I feel that you should, you know, you will know about it. And here it is, multimodality. Now what happens is, do you see this plus symbol over here, the plus symbol over here? Now this plus symbol, if I click on that, it says upload file. Now upload files have options. I can upload file from the device. So it says upload file. I can add from Drive. Now let's say here I have a graph, and I have in my prompt, I have added a graph. I'll show you on the screen also. this is the graph I have. And I'm not able to figure out, there are so many values, there are so many numbers. I'm not able to figure out how to explain this graph. What is this graph all about? I'm a bit confused. I'm not able to get it. So what I'll do is, I have added this graph in my prompt window. This image is my prompt. And here I'm going to Gemini, and I'm going to ask Gemini, what insights, excuse me. So yes, what insights can you derive from this data and suggest one policy change? If you can look closely over here on my screen, this image is in my prompt. This time it's not just the text, it's the prompt. The image is also part of the prompt. And how did I add this image? From this plus symbol, where I can upload file from the device. I can add from the drive also, or my photos also. So here, this is the image which I have added in a prompt along with the text, and I'm very confused. I'm not able to read this graph. So I'm taking help from Gemini, that can you give me some insights from this data? Can you tell me what exactly this graph tells me about? So let's see. Let us see. And I just hit on go, and now this graph will be read. The Gemini is going to read this particular data, and analysis is going on, and you can see it has explained me the entire graph. This graph is actually about the air pollution in Delhi, and it is explaining me that there are some, in 2024 good days were recorded, how moderate to poor air was there since 2023, 24, 2022, how the entire graph, each and every detail of the graph has been explained, which I was not getting. So I took help from Gemini, and trust me, there are some diagrams, sometimes there are some graphs, there are some images which we actually don't know how to explain to a grade 6 student, how to explain to a grade 9 student, how to break down into simple, it's something very complex, and how do I break down into simple words? So this is how we take help of Gemini. This is called multimodal prompting. So not only text in a prompt, I can do image also in a prompt. That is what is called multimodality. Not only that, here, if I go back to my Gemini, I have an image over here. This image is where there is an image of a water cycle. This is an image of a water cycle, and I'm giving a prompt over here that explain this diagram to a grade 6 student and give one real life example. So I am not writing anything about water cycle in the prompt, I'm just putting an image of it, right? So I again go to Google Gemini. Let's go to a new chat, and here click on the plus sign, plus symbol. The moment I click on this plus symbol, it says upload file, add from the drive. So as of now, I have this diagram of water cycle in my device. Let me check. Yeah, it is there. Water cycle diagram. So this is my prompt. This image is my prompt. And here I am asking Gemini, can you explain this diagram to a grade 6 student in simple words and, with a real life example? So let's see over here that I'm just going to click on go, and now it will read the entire diagram. I never mentioned in the diagram that's water cycle diagram. It's going to read the diagram. Analysis is going on, and it's going to explain this diagram to a grade 6 student. Now you can see wonderfully evaporation and transpiration going up, condensation forming clouds, precipitation coming down, collection and runoff gathering, real life example, the steamy bathroom, evaporation, condensation, real life examples are also mentioned. So this is how we can, as educators, we can take a lot of help from Gemini, where we can, multimodality features are there. Not only that, even if you have a PDF of any chapter, like let's say if you are using NCERT books or any other books you are using, let's say आपके पास कोई PMP publisher की book है, and you have a PDF on that, or you create a PDF on that, and now you want to summarize that topic, what is written in that, in 10 bullet points, or you want to create some more questions based on it, or you want to simplify into something into simple words, anything, any PDF you have. So what you can do is, you can go to Google Gemini, and you can explain this diagram to a grade 6 student and give one real life example. So as of now, I have this diagram of water cycle in my device. Let me check. Yeah, it is there. Water cycle diagram. So this is my prompt. This image is my prompt. And you can add even PDF as well in the prompt window. So here, this is upload files, plus symbol again, upload files, and here I go and yes, so this chapter democracy in class 9 is there. So this is the PDF of that chapter, which is democracy, and here I write, summarize this PDF in 10 bullet points. So here you can summarize this PDF in 10 bullet points over here. So here I just type this and it will read the entire PDF and it's going to summarize this entire PDF in 10 bullet points. Let's see what response do we get it. And yeah, when it says analysis, so it's analyzing the entire PDF I have uploaded over here. Now, based on the provided document, here is the summary of the core concept. So you can see in 10 bullet points, this PDF has been explained. And trust me, sometimes there are CBSE circulars, sometimes there are so many school circulars are also there. You know, you just want to summarize and get important pointers out of it. So just upload that circular, 30 page, 20 page, 10 page circular, and just tell, okay, summarize this in 10, 15 points. So it will summarize for you, and it's really, really helpful. So you can always, you know, use this multimodality feature, and it is the best part in Gemini where, you know, using this plus symbol, you can use this multimodality, right? So here with this, and not only that, if your device has a camera, if you are using this on Gemini app, so you can even click from the plus sign, you can even click any image in your room or any setup you are there, and you know, you can ask for a description, describe this image, and so beautifully it will describe that image. Let's say you are working on a laptop or a computer, with your phone in a Gemini, you know, you just click on that plus sign and it will click, and just click the image and it will give you a beautiful description. Even finer details also it will give you that. So this is kind of something, you know, which is very, very interesting and must try. Not only interesting, very useful as educators, and will save a lot of time as well. But remember, because we are talking about the ethical use of AI, always and always human in the loop. Always check, verify your responses, never ever copy paste, and make sure, pause and check always, please, and make sure give your personal touch also. So there is a kind of an 80-20 rule. If you are, you know, searching on any tool, AI tool, so take 80% from them, but 20% your input should always be there. Kind of 80-20 rule is there. So always do that, so that your personal touch is there, because you know your students way better than any other AI that we already discussed that. So always, you know, use it ethically, always pause, check and verify. That is very, very important, because every time when I'm talking about all these features, so back of the mind, we have to always, you know, that we must do the real thinking. We are teachers, we have to evaluate the content with a critical eye. Very, very important. All right. So moving on to some advanced features of Gemini. So right now we discussed, when we open Gemini, this is the prompt window, and here we typed our prompt. We tried parts framework. We can, you know, use plus symbol. We can use multimodalities, all these stuff. Now let us move to the little advanced features of Gemini, which are going to be very, very useful. So do you see over here tools? Along with the plus symbol, over here we have tools. So when I click on these tools, over here, do you see the symbol create images? Right? Create images. And there is an image of a nano banana also. So here, I click on create image. I activated this icon. Do you see this icon is activated? And this feature is called nano banana. If you have not heard about it, it's quite viral. Everybody knows it. And if you're not aware of it, must try. So this feature activates this image part, nano banana. Now, let's say I want to create an image. Create an image of a guitar. Let's say I'm creating an image of a guitar. And here it's loading nano banana and it's going to create the image. So in the meantime, I'll very quickly have a sip of water. It's creating the image. Yes, right. Do you see this image on the screen? Do you see this image on the screen? Now here, I want to, and one thing, if you want an image, you want to have, you can use parts framework here also if you want to detailed image. But let's say I want to iterate on it. I need sky in the background. Sky in the background. I don't want this. I want sky in the background. Let's see if it changes or not.
Nidhi ma'am,
Yes.
after this activity, if you can pause for a few seconds, you can have your water. And in the meantime, I also have to float something. Will that be
Sure,
okay?
sure. Yeah. After
Yeah.
this image activity, we can do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. So see sky in the background, right? But here still I see furniture. I don't want this furniture. So I say remove furniture. Remove furniture. And only sky in the background. Remove furniture. So I just write remove furniture. Let's see if it understands. So here I'm iterating. Even while creating the image also, I'm doing this iteration process, right? So let's see if it removes the furniture. Yes, the furniture is gone. It's only sky in the background, right? So what else we can do? Let's say lightning in the sky. Lightning in the sky. So
Spotlight. Spotlight. Okay, educators, I think so. Nidhi ma'am has lost the internet signal. So I'm Navinder Kaur, heading the editorial and training department here in PM Publisher. I hope all of you can hear me. If you can hear me, just type, or you can just put a thumbs up. Okay. So what an amazing workshop by Nidhi ma'am. And what we are going to do is we are going to have such kind of think tank as a group. We are creating a group for everyone. Okay. So if you can just click on the link and you can be a part of this think tank group. So I am posting onto the chat box the link of the group that we have created for everyone. Okay. Yes. If you have received the link of our group that we have created as a think tank by PM Publishers and especially for AI in education, just say yes. If you want to join, say yes and click on the link and join the group. Okay. I hope everybody can see the link. I'm posting the link again. I'm posting the link again. So you can join the group as a think tank, especially for few days. We'll be talking about AI in education. Any problem, any query, any learning you have and you want to share with the community of educators, you can post it into this group itself, because learning is always good to spread across the different community people, and our community is educators community where we have this as our group. Okay. So if you have not yet joined, you can click on the link and join this group. PM Publisher is very active with the community of educators. We have different groups for different purposes. We already have IT Planet group, and I think so many of my computer teachers who are part of IT Planet knows about it. So we have created this educators group only for educators to share their learnings, to share their queries on anything related to AI in education. Okay. So if you can just put it there. Nidhi se bolo na. नहीं आ सकती क्या? Okay, right. Okay. Now another link which I am posting for the teachers who have not yet filled up the registration form for certificates, because we are going to give you certificates also if you have not done it yet. So I am now posting the link for the certificates. Please fill your form for the certificates. Please mention your correct name, your email ID, because your name will be posted into the certificate, and the mail ID that you put here, you will receive the certificates into that email ID. Okay. We are trying to reconnect Nidhi ma'am. So I'm again sharing the link for the certificate. So Nidhi ma'am is also with us again. So you can click on the link which I have just posted for certificates to be issued. Please write your correct name, because the same name will be taken for the certificate creation, and the mail ID, because we are going to mail the certificate as an attachment into your mail ID. Ma'am, teachers, please don't write your mail IDs into the chat. There is a link. You have to click on the link. There is a Google form for the certifications. Please fill the details into that Google form. Nidhi ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
There was some technical glitch. So
No problem, ma'am. We are living in the world of technology and we all understand that. So I
Yes.
utilize that time for
Great.
giving some more information to our group of educators. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Over to you, ma'am, again.
Sure, sure. So I was working on this Google Gemini, and we were, doing iteration on the image. Navinder, ma'am, just want to know, this part was there when I was explaining this guitar?
Yeah, so ma'am, yes, this was there.
Okay, fine. So I can move ahead, right? So yes, moving to the image generation, we already talked about Nano Banana. Now moving on to the most interesting part here, and this is my personal favorite. We call it gems. So first, I would like to talk about what is gem. What is a gem? This feature is an advanced feature in Gemini, and how do we activate this feature? Over here, we just go to these 3-bar menu over here, this menu. The moment I click on this menu over here, you see on the this side, left side, you see over here gems. Gems is written on over here. Do you see that? Gems. And here, when I click on this gems, Gem Manager opens. So this is the Gem Manager which has opened. Now here, Gemini has some preset gem. What is a gem? Gem has already some instruction. Sometimes what happens is that you, let's say, I'll just show you all the gems, directly want to brainstorm, right? So there are specific prompting instructions which are already saved inside. So when you want to brainstorm, rather than going to a normal prompt window, you can go to these gems. From the left side, you can go to gems and click on brainstormer, and then you can go to whatever brainstorming, you want fresh ideas, new inspirations, you can go to brainstormer. The moment I click on brainstormer, my brainstormer gem is activated, right? This gem is activated. So already some prompting instructions are saved from brainstorming point of view. So directly I can come here and do that, some examples are mentioned also over here. Also when I'm talking about brainstormer, let's say, there are certain gems like coding partner. You can see over here, coding partner, chess jam, women's world cup. So there are pre-made gems are there. Now this is my personal favorite, storybook gem, right? Over here, I click on the storybook. I click on the storybook gem, and let's say I want to create a story on a certain topic. So create a storybook on, let's say we are talking about responsible use of AI. So let's create a storybook on, cyber security and responsible use of AI. I want to create a story for my students. So here, responsible use of AI, right? Now, maybe I want to use cartoons in that story, use cartoons. And right, so I have written use cartoons and I click on go. So here what happens is it's going to create a storybook based on the topic I have written. Now you will see it says creating the storybook. Because it has images and illustrations, it takes 1 or 2 minutes time, but the storybook is going to be very, very interesting, and you will see the see the final output. When you will see, you will really like it. It says creating storybook, creating illustration. So Gemini keeps you busy, it keeps you updated what's happening at their end. So we know that yes, they are building up something nice is cooking, and we will get to see very, very quickly. So here, yes, it's creating the illustration. So this feature of gem, where a storybook is created, is a great feature. Now it says finalizing illustrations. So now it's going to finalize the illustrations. Okay. I am going to get it very soon, it seems, because this is the last step. And yes, of course, it, because of the pictures, the written content, the storybook, and it's going to create cartoon characters for me. So it takes a little while, and the storybook is going to be ready. And one important thing I would like to talk about, Gemini has many other languages also, regional languages, Hindi also, even Sanskrit also. So all Hindi, Sanskrit teachers also, if you are there, you can also use it. And guess what? My storybook is ready. Just look at this. And the storybook is Bite and the Thinking Lens. And this is my storybook in the glowing city. And there is an option over here, listen option as well. Listen. So you can always, click on listen, and AI voice is going to read the story out for you, right? Otherwise, you can read it in the classroom. This entire story is based on responsible use of AI. There are characters, there are, cartoon characters are also there, and which are, kind of, so if you like it, just give me a clap in the reaction in the, the storybook is my personal favorite. So I just would like to know from all of you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can see that. So it's, I think, instantly, you will also connect, children will also connect with these kind of storybooks. Yes. And here you can share the storybook. When you click on the share icon, it's going to generate a link for you. And this link you can share in your, any LMS you are following. So you can copy this link, you can share on WhatsApp also, the storybook will open, or you can download this in the form of a PDF. So there is a download icon also. If you see on the top right corner, there is a download symbol. There is a share icon. When you share, it's in the form of a link. And yes, when you share the story in the form of a link, it's not going to open your entire Gemini chat. It will only open the book for the storybook for the students. And yes, if it is downloaded, you can take a printout, you can read it in the classroom. So it's a great, gem of storybook. Now, let's say, in the beginning also we were talking about, let's say 5E lesson plan, or there are some times as teachers we end up using the same type of prompt and same type of work again and again. To save time, we can use this gems again. How do we use it? I'll show you. If I go back to my gems over here, you will see I have made my personal gems as well. These are like my customized chatbots. Gems are like my customized chatbot. These are some preset gems. All these gems, Storybook, Chess Champ, Coding Manager, all are. But how do I create a gem from a scratch? Do you see on my screen these two gems I have created? Because I use a 5E lesson plan a lot in my classroom to engage my students, and I have at times used email response is a big task, responding somebody to an email. So here also I have created a gem where I don't have to keep the prompt again and again that use a professional tone, it should be friendly but professional, it should be polite, all these kind of, my whatever draft I want to, now my Gemini, my gem knows what kind of emails I have to respond to. So these are the two things which I always keep on using again and again in my classroom. I have created these personal gems for myself. These are my customized bots. I have made specifically because I use it more often. How do I make it? So do you want to know? Just give me a thumbs up. Do you want to know how to create these gems from the scratch? How do you create your personal customized bots? So there'll be your customized chatbots, customized gem bots where you will be using it. And okay, great. So I can see all of you are also very curious about this, how to create this gem. So I'll show you one thing over here, right? On my screen, and here I go to these 3 bar menu over here, and here gems. So here I don't have any gem. So what I'm going to do is, do you see this plus new gem over here? Plus new gem. So from here I can build this gem from the scratch. So the moment I click on this, it says give your gem a name, right? Give your gem a name. So if you want to create, I'll show you an example. So here, let's say I want to create a gem on maybe, I always, let's say email responder, the one which I've created for myself. So I'm going to show you how I created draft professional, and this is the prompt I'm going to give to the gem also. But what name, they're asking what name you want to give to this gem. So let's give this gem, which I'm starting from the scratch here, my email responder. This is my gem, right? You can make my 5E lesson planner, you can make Spark class, my brilliant, anything you want, it's up to you, your choice, right? So my email responder. Now here description, some description as a prompt you have to write. So like just to save time, this prompt description I have already ready. That draft professional and concise email replies, and always maintain a friendly and a helpful tone. Prioritize clarity and focus on delivering information independently. This is the instruction I am giving in this. The best part is this prompt instruction will be saved always in the description, right? It will always be saved over here. So here I just copied the prompt from here. I copied the prompt from here and I am going to this new gem and I'm going to paste my prompt over here. This prompt is already pasted. If you see, my prompt is already pasted over here. Draft, always maintain a friendly, helpful tone, prioritize clarity, focus on delivering information independently, right? Description done. Now here, any other instructions you want to give, any other specific instruction that keep it, clear and precise, anything you want to write and give any instruction to the, this thing, you can do that. And here I have this magical, pen also to rewrite my instruction. Just look at it. Do you see the symbol? It's like a magical pen and it's going to rewrite my prompt It's going to elaborate my prompt. Now it has understood what kind of email responses I want, and I don't believe it actually. Just see, it has also created certain behaviors and rules for writing an email, information gathering, email composition, generate a clear, keep the body of the email precise, use structured formatting like bullet points, always include a professional greeting and closing. All these things, I just wrote a small 4-liner prompt right in front of you, and with this magic pen, this Gemini has rewritten my prompt instruction, and guess what? My prompting instructions are going to be saved over here. That's the best part of Gem. I don't have to rewrite every time I go. So this is saved. Now here, I'm going to hit on this save icon over here on the right side, save icon. Also, I would like to tell you, if there are certain files you want to upload in Gem, like every time you refer to those files, you want to, I'll just show you this point, this plus icon, you can upload some files. Let's say you have some circular, some data, and every time for FAQs coming to you, every time some questions are being asked on the same data again and again. So you can upload those files here, and then you can just go to this Gem and work on that. That is totally up to you. So you can see over here, my email responder Gem is ready. It says start chat. Just look at the right side over here, start chat. And my Gem email responder, you can see on the left hand side also, my personal Gem, my email responder is ready. Now, anytime I have an email, I'll just post that email here, add my inputs that I want to mention this, please create a response for me. Obviously, you will mention some pointers that I want to mention this, and create a response. Now, every time you don't have to type the prompt that I want a professional reply, I want a friendly but professional, clarity, concise, all these things, you don't have to mention. You just have to, open this particular Gem and work on this. So this is what the benefit of the same way I have created 5E lesson plan template also in my Gemini. If you see over here, 5E template, and here I have created this, the name of my Gem is 5E template. So anytime I have to create any lesson plan on, let's say, quadrilateral, being a mathematics educator, if I have to create any lesson plan, 5E lesson plan, I just come and type the name of the plan. It already knows that what kind of lesson plan I want, my prompting instructions and everything is already saved. So this is what the best part is of these Gems, right? So if you all like it, just give me a quick clap if you like this Gems idea. I want to, in your reactions, I would love to see a quick, clap over here that you like the idea. It seems reactions are not activated right now. That's okay, but I'm sure. Okay, I can see that. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. That's great. So please do use these Gems, and if you find yourself, typing the same type of prompt again and again, so create a personal Gem for you, customized, for that. So you can simplify your tasks with the Gem. You can create your own experts. You can, you can make a study buddy. You can make a, even if you are, following a specific diet also, nutrition also. So you can put all your instructions there and ask, as a dietitian, it will always tell you. So that's great. I can see in your response that, that's great. So it will streamline your workflow. So this Gem was actually a advanced feature of Gemini, which we discussed just now. And here I would like to show you one more important thing over here. This tools we discussed. We were discussing about these tools, right? There is a tool called Canvas over here. Canvas. If I activate this Canvas over here, I can create interactive quizzes on any topic. I can, create. So let's say, make an interactive quiz on solar system, right? So make an interactive quiz. Please check on the screen. This Canvas is highlighted. I've activated this Canvas. It's also an advanced feature of Gemini. And here I click on this go, and it's going to create an interactive quiz for me. And I don't know, to make such interactive quizzes, actually one has to be a coder. but I have no idea about coding. And as educator, very few of us are actually aware about coding.
Okay, educators, so you are enjoying the workshop. We are getting to know many things. So I can create my own interactive quiz using Canva. I can create my own bot using Gem. I can have an advanced features of Gemini and keep on looking at this, because every time when I see after every 10-15 days, something new is cropping up. So please be updated what is there. We have talked about meta prompting. We have talked about multi-modal prompts. We have also talked about the iteration is the key for using the prompts for what AI we are using. And then also we have talked about that oversharing is good. Normally we say don't overshare your information with people, but in prompting, but when we are using any kind of AI, then oversharing is something which is good. Here, what I would like to request everyone is that we have already posted into the chat the link for the webinar certificates. I'm reposting it. Please have a look into this. Okay, so you can see that we have already posted the link for the certification. So Nidhi ma'am is back. So Nidhi ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, ma'am. So we
Okay,
were talking about the interactive quiz using Canvas.
Great, great. Okay. So somehow I did not come to know that I'm out of the meeting, but yes, I was explaining about this interactive quiz on Canvas. Yes. So I hope you all can see my interactive quiz is ready on the screen, and here it's asking me which planet is known as the red planet. So if you give the correct answer, it gives you instant feedback, and if you give the wrong answer, again it will give you an instant feedback. At the end, I'm just, largest planet, I'm just right now going through like that, and let's say this is not correct, so it will give you no, it's not the correct answer, the right answer is Saturn. This way at the end, it is also going to give you marks in this quiz, right? It's also going to give you marks in the quiz at the end, and you can see interactive quiz is ready. I can share this interactive quiz with my students as a link. I can just click on this share, and at the end and see the feedback over here. My 3 questions are wrong and 2 questions are correct. So this particular thing I can see from here at the end, and if I just quickly completed which planet is hottest, I am just, randomly doing it right now. So let's see if it's the correct answer or the wrong answer. Which planet orbits the sun on its side about 98 degrees? So this is okay. Next, and primary component of the sun, I think it's hydrogen. I'm not a science teacher, but yeah, still I tried. My quiz is done. So it's going to give me a feedback. So this is the accuracy, this is the feedback. I just randomly typed any answer. Now look at this. You did it, quiz complete. These many questions were right, these many were wrong, these many were skipped. And you can analyze even the students can analyze their performance over here, that yes, how did you perform? You can share this as a link with your students. This particular quiz, you can share with as a link with your students, and focus areas. If I did wrong, I gave wrong answers. So where all I want to have to focus on, that focus areas have been mentioned. They have prepared study guide for me. It has prepared a study guide for me also, that, okay, you can in-depth review, you want to go, you can study these material. It has created some flashcards for me, because if performance is not up to the mark, it gives you feedback, it gives you suggestion, it doesn't leave you like that, it gives you hand holding, it gives you study guide, flashcards to help you. So these kind of more question, if you want to generate more questions, now it's asking you 20 questions or not, you want harder question, easier question, same type of question. So all these things can be done through Canvas. Not only that, you can even interactive games also on any specific topic. Let's say you want to you are teaching a certain topic and you want to create a maybe a interactive quiz or jigsaw puzzle on add subtract. So you give it a try. Must try this Canvas. It's a great tool, and you will definitely see that. Now, moving on to the another feature, advanced feature of Gemini, which is this deep research. Now, deep research, I'm just going to talk about it. You can obviously try it later. What happens is deep research, it's going to give you in-depth review, in-depth research if you are doing. So I'll show you something like I did this in-depth in any specific, you just have to activate this deep research from here. And now you want to learn about, let's say, responsible use of AI. You are having research on something. You want in-depth research. It will even mention the websites from where this particular data has been taken. It will also mention that, okay, this is the data, current data, last 5 years pattern, 10 years pattern, in-depth research, this deep research. So if you want to research on a topic, please try this deep research also. And here tools also, there is one interesting, one is guided learning. Now this guided learning is from students' point of view. It is like what happens normally in other generative AI models. What happens is you ask for a question, it gives you quick output. But here guided learning is basically from students' point of view. So as educator, please train your student. If they are facing any problem in any topic, they're finding it difficult, just tell them to activate from the tools guided learning. Now it will understand that you don't want instant answers. You want to learn about a certain topic. For example, I'm taking one a prompt from here. So I have saved this prompt to save time. And my prompt is, as a student, going back to Gemini, yes, this is my prompt. I know enzymes are catalysts, but I don't understand how their shape is so important. Can you explain that part to me? So as a student, I have a doubt. I have to do clarity. And guess what? We were talking about AI as a personalized learning. So it's like a teacher sitting next to me who's only here to clarify my doubts. And now it's not going to give you the entire data, entire information. It's going to first talk about, see the result. You will get to know how it works, So here, when you asked, I know enzymes are catalysts, but I don't understand how their shape is important. So now it's explaining me the shape of the enzyme. It's the lock and key concept. The enzyme is the lock, the substrate is the key, the active site, and it is going to explain. And not only that, with the diagram, it is explaining this to me that yes, this is, and I have to read this particular part. Now the best part, it's asking me a question. If you were to heat up an enzyme to a very high temperature, what do you think might happen to this delicate 3D shape? Now I have to, just check. It has given me guided learning. It has given me a video also. So as a student, I can go and watch this video as well to clarify my doubt that what is the shape of the enzyme and how this lock and key model helps. So this also, guided learning helps. And at the end, it's asking me a question. If you just notice over here, I have to answer this question. If you were to heat up an enzyme to a very high temperature, what do you think might happen to this delicate 3D shape? So here, if I answer it correct, then it will give me, feedback. Yes, your answer is correct. And then it will ask me more questions to understand my knowledge. If my answer is wrong, it will go back and explain me that topic, break it down into simple parts and will explain again. Right? So this is how this guided learning works. So let's say all you have to do is you just have to activate this guided learning, train your students also. Okay, I want to learn about I want to learn about compound interest. So here, as a student, I'm finding this topic difficult. So I want to learn about compound. Now, this is like my personal tutor, like a teacher who is sitting just by my side and going to clarify my doubt. So it's explaining me the simple interest and compound interest, that is the difference, and then explaining me the entire thing. And now with the video again, I can go through the video and learn from here. And just look at it. It's asking me a question. So first I have to go through the entire information, learn from the video, then only I'll be able to answer this particular question. And if I answer correct, it will again explain me further, take me to some more difficult parts of the concept. And if I don't answer it correct, it will go back and explain me the previous topic again. This is a feature of guided learning. You must try that. And this particular deep research also, as I told you, that when you try this deep research, you will see lot. Not only that, there are different citations, different websites are linked, and in-depth research of a certain topic you can do from here, right? So going back to my presentation, we talked about deep research, we talked about guided learning, and we also talked about Canvas. I have some these guided learning ideas over here. So I'll just, show you from here. Yeah, so this is Canvas, guided learning. This one I already discussed with you. I want to learn about compound interest. I need to write a paper on connection between teen mental health and physical activity. Where should I start? So when you go on guided learning, it won't give you the entire research on it. It will ask you step by step, and it will help you write a paper rather than providing the answer or providing the output straight away. And rather than you being copying pasting that paper research, you can simply work with this tool, guided learning, and research yourself. It will give you ideas, it will give you deep research also we discussed. Now let us talk about AI safety and ethics very quickly. In between, throughout my presentation, I was talking about safety, I was talking about ethical use of AI, responsibility. So very quickly, just check, is this the information which you got is harming or helpful? Is it true? Is it factual? And here, is it relevant also or not? Is it biased or unbiased? So when I'm talking about this, there is a rule which I call it SIFT. So this is a very famous thing, SIFT, that you have to stop, investigate, find better coverage, and trace claims and quotes. So always, in short, pause, check and verify the information when we are talking about use of AI. Always be responsible and check the information. When I talk about biases and critical, what are the biases? For example, if you ask for an image of a doctor, so maybe the image of a doctor, most of the times it will give you a male doctor, but it's not that females are not doctors, but the biases have been made, and from the data we have been providing, that mostly doctors are males only. But actually this is not the case. So like we also form certain biases. Or maybe a student who is reading his science textbook, student reading his science textbook, always see that scientist images are always males. So the student will realize that the scientists are always males, but it's not the case. We have some female scientists also. So that same way AI also makes certain biases but because the data we are only providing, so whatever biases we are having, the same biases are formed with AI as well. So that is why it's very important to check those biases. And there are sometimes hallucinations also. Hallucination is as in that sometimes the answer looks right and it will present you in such a way that it will look right, but it's actually factually not correct. So for example, if you say, okay, tell me who won the Nobel Prize in mathematics in the year 2020, and it will give you nicely a name, but actually there is no Nobel Prize in mathematics. So that is hallucination. The information which is presented in such a way that you feel it's absolutely correct, it's presented, and that's hallucination. So we have to check that. We have to check whether it's biased or not. So what is important as teachers here? Critical thinking. Critical eye is very, very important. Assess, human in the loop. You must do the real thinking. Always check your data. Pause, check, verify. These are the things we have to train our students also, that AI also has biases, AI also has. So the responsible use of AI, when we talk about, make AI your partner, make AI for your suggestion, brainstorming, but always do the real thinking and make sure that, critical thinking is the key over here. When you are doing it, make sure don't over rely on AI. Always your input is also very, very important. So as I said, when you are having something from AI, just go for 80-20 rule. 20% your input should also be there in the output at the end, right? And of course, never ever share your personal information, some sensitive personal information in AI. For this also, we train our students also, and we also have to be very, very careful about this particular thing. So very quickly, I have this, QR code over here. If you have a spare device, you can, just scan it. And if you don't have a spare device, I'll very quickly share a link in the chat box, and you just tell me what is your takeaway of the day, and what exactly like things you are going to start using from tomorrow onwards, and just anything you want to share. So I'm just sharing this QR code link again with you in the chat box. Otherwise, you can scan it. And here, give me just a minute. Yes. So here, I'm sharing this link with you. For some reason, I'm not able to share the link in the, let me see if I can. Okay, so if you could just, scan this QR code, and the moment you scan QR code, it will take you to a Padlet. Just click on the plus symbol. Just click on the plus symbol, and you will be able to type in that, right? You'll be able to type in that. I'm sharing, ma'am, a link in the WhatsApp. If you could just share with the audience. I'm trying. Somehow I'm not able to.
No worries, Nidhi ma'am, you can share with me. I'll put it on the chat
Sure.
box.
I am just. So,
नहीं ये नहीं हो सकता ना.
yeah. So, ma'am, I shared a link with you in WhatsApp group. I don't know if it's.
No, ma'am, I have not yet received.
Yeah, I'm trying. Some device is slow. I think, ma'am, now it should come. Let's check.
No worries, we have a feedback.
I have already received few responses that I will, you can see on the screen, will now reduce.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll just put it into a chat box. Teachers, I have put the link of Padlet into the chat box. If you can just use that link and
click on the
write your own responses for the key takeaways for today's workshop. Okay. So by the time we are working on this, so join me for welcoming Mr. Rakesh Dhaya. He is the Director Sales at PM Publishers with 25 years of experience in education, leadership across India and Singapore, having worked with various companies like Educom, Akash, and Reliance Jio Imbibe, and he is now working with us as Director Sales. Sir, are you there? So,
Yes,
sir is
I'm
going to
there.
discuss some practical use cases for the GemBots, the collaboration that we have with PM Publisher, have with Google. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Navindra Madam. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I will, quickly take maybe less than 5 minutes, but before I talk about this collaboration between PM Publishers and Google Gemini, I want to play a small video. Navindra Madam, can you play that 20-second video? This is just a 20-second video. Can you play that?
Yes, sir.
It will give you some context, and then we will go into the detail. Take 5 minutes on that. If you are not able to play, anyways, okay. So
No, we are able to, sir. Just give us a second.
yeah. Okay, while you are, playing the video, to give you an idea, see, books, I think, yeah, you are able to find that. Yes. Just play this, man. Some background, the voice is not here.
Yeah. Share with the video, no?
Can't hear the audio. If you can play it along with the audio, otherwise, we can just skip this and we can just quickly talk about what exactly we are talking here. Okay, madam, you can remove this. Okay, so, all of you, what we are talking about is that, how do we integrate Gemini or this generative AI technology inside the books? And because most of you are educators, you are teachers. So obviously, some of the things which has to be kept in mind is one very important thing is, madam, you can remove the video. So one very important thing is that whatever we talk about has to be aligned with the curriculum. You get 100 and maybe 83 days to complete the syllabus. So whatever we are talking about, if it is 100% aligned to the syllabus, it gets seamlessly integrated, and it has to be age appropriate. Now I will share a very practical use of generative AI, which Nidhi madam has mentioned. So she mentioned about giving the prompt. And when I talk about prompt, it is like giving an instruction to a generative AI chatbot, telling the bot what to do, the output which you expect out of it. Now, she mentioned about this framework where you have to define the persona and you need to define the email and so on and so forth. So to make it very, very simple, what if we can add all these things inside the book? If there is a ready-made prompt which is there, where the context is picked up automatically. So to give you an example, suppose I have this book in front of me. Now this is one of the book, and if I add, suppose in this case, I have this QR code, and if I integrate Gemini into this book with the help of this QR code, which would basically means that you don't need any extra training, you don't need any extra hardware, you don't need any extra support. It will fit into the 183 days things which we were talking about. It will be age appropriate, and it is something which is going to help all stakeholders, that is the teachers, the students, even the parents. So what you have to do is, in very simple terms, the only thing you have to do is you have to scan this code, and once you scan the code, you will get a window where you can put your prompt, as madam has explained, or you can just speak. When you speak, you can use any language. You can use English, you can use Hindi, you can use English, you can use Marathi, you can use Tamil, whatever you are comfortable with. And just speak, give your command, give your prompt, tell the bot that, okay, if I am a parent, I will say, okay, summarize chapter 1. That's all, because it is going to pick up the material from the book, because the bot or the gem which you are talking about is married to the book. It is tagged, it is seamlessly integrated inside the book. So this is one use case which I wanted to quickly highlight, in addition to many things which Nidhi madam has shared with us. And we are proud to share, we are very happy to share that these books are now available through PM Publishers, and schools which are going to be adopting these books will be able to integrate Google Gemini generative AI chatbot into their syllabus, into their books seamlessly, very, very easily. I'm again repeating, no training. You don't really need extra hardware. You don't have to really worry about the misuse of this, maybe to a very, very great extent, because the guardrails are such that it will be taken care of. And for the rest of the details, we have your details available with us. Maybe in the feedback form you can mention, and we will make sure that we reach out to you and explain these things in detail to you. So this is a quick add-on which I wanted to do towards the end of the webinar. And I also wanted to thank Nidhi madam for sparing her time and taking us through all these wonderful use cases about generative AI and how it is going to shape all the different stakeholders which are involved into the education. Thank you, Nidhi madam. Navita madam, Yeah, Nidhi madam, any final words from you? And,
So all I would like to say is that yes, AI, let's make it our partner, but let's use it responsibly. And we already seen that there is a lot of possibility, and the best part is now it's integrated in books also. So we can make use of it. We can already, the codes are there, the QR codes are there, the gem bots are already available in the books as well. So why not just leverage AI as educator? We are 21st century educators, as I said. So let us use it, and for our help, and use it ethically, responsibly, pause, check, and verify all this information. So this is what I wanted to share. And I just want to, share everybody that this Padlet, I am getting like overwhelming response over here, where everybody has mentioned that we already, some tools we already using it, but then got to know some more information about it. So I am really, elated to see the entire, Padlet link, which everybody has filled, and will definitely read it one by one, the entire information which you have mentioned. So thank you so much. Thank you for a great response, which I can see through Padlet also. Yes, sir. Thank you, Rakeshji. Thank you, Navinder ma'am. And thank you, PM Publishers, for providing me this platform, and Google also. And I had a great experience conducting the session. Thank you.
Okay, great, Nidhi ma'am. Thank you, Rakesh sir. So what I'm doing, just quickly another 5 minutes of yours. So we have put the link on the chat box for the group that we have created as a think tank by PM Publishers, especially for AI in education. I'm also posting the link. If you can just click on the link and be part of other community, educators community. I'm also posting the link for the certification. If you have not yet registered and you want your certificates, please do put it as the form that we have created for the same. I have kept it into the chat box. Please, you can use this link for writing your information for the certificates that you want. And in the end, I am also putting the link for the feedback form, because your feedback matters to us a lot. If you want us to have such kind of webinars, such kind of workshops in schools or online from PM Publishers, this feedback is very, very important. So the first link that we have given is for the community that we have created in WhatsApp group. Please be part of it. People who are into IT Planet group already knows how we work as a community. So you have already had the glimpse and taste the services of PM Publisher. So please be part of it. The second link is for the certification. If you have not yet given us your correct mail ID or your name, you can just click on this link, fill up the form, and we will issue a certificate to you. It will be sent via email. The third link that we have created is for the feedback. Your feedback is very, very important for us. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone.
Just
yes,
one
sir.
Important thing. So those, we are organizing a interactive workshop. The one which we did today is a webinar, but there is an interactive in-person workshop being conducted by Google, supported by PM Publishers in Pune. Right now, in fact, I'm joining from Pune. So those who are in Pune and those who are interested in attending this workshop can maybe just, put it in the feedback or just reach out to the people in PM Publishers. We will be happy to have you here. There is another, interactive workshop happening in Indore, which is happening on 24th of January. Those who are in Indore or maybe in the surrounding areas of Indore are most welcome to join this workshop. So rest of the details, once you show interest, we will reach out and we will share more details with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rakesh sir. So as we conclude today's AI workshop, we hope the session has provided you with the clarity, confidence, and practical direction to integrate AI responsibly and effectively into your classrooms. Sincere thanks to Nidhi ma'am for her insight, guidance, and classroom-ready strategies for AI-enabled education transformation. Your knowledge transfer today has been great, Nidhi ma'am, and I hope many of our educators who said we are the first time user of AI will have some great, experiences and will start working on to AI into their classroom pedagogy and resources creation. We also thank all our educators who have joined, and they have taken a moment to extend the time and the worthiness of this workshop. And this is, believe me, a time spent today into this workshop is for actually the investment they have made for themselves, for their learning, and for the student to pass on. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any queries, you can just write it on the chat box. We'll be able to address those queries. If not here into the webinar itself, but we will be addressing those queries into the group that we have created. Yes, you are going to receive the certificates. There are people who are saying that certificates are not issued, but please, as an educators, please be mindful that certificates are always issued after the webinar or the trainings are over, not in between the trainings and the webinars. We will be giving you the certificates. I'm also writing my mail. If you have any query, you can join the group that we have already created, or you can put it into the training ID that we have for PM Publishers. Any queries you have, you can just float your queries there, but wait till tomorrow. Otherwise, my inbox will be full. Okay. Yeah. So I have written the mail ID where you can all reach us for support for any kind of trainings, any kind of queries, any kind of certifications that we are going to issue. Thank you, and have a great evening, all of you, and a great weekend for some of you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am, once again for all your efforts that you have taken, the time taken out for our initiative from PM Publisher and Google as partnerships. Thank you so much.
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dhaya sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. एंड करूँ तुम्हारे वहां से होगी एंड